Gordon DuPont, a former investigator with the Transportation Safety Board of Canada, is back with us tonight to help take us through some of this new information. Gordon, it's a bit of a stunner what the New York Times is reporting tonight, the sense that there was a pilot trying to get back into the cockpit, trying to crash the door down to get back in, but was never allowed back in. What do you make of that?
Well, normally when they leave the cockpit, which is not, that's normal, they usually have a code word. They tap on the door, get his attention, and then provide a code word. And the pilot that's left inside presses a button and electronically opens the door. If that electronic should fail, then the captain or co-pilot, whichever one's left in there, has to get, the airplane's already on autopilot, has to get out of his seat, and he can mechanically open the door. And there has been an instance when that didn't work either, in which case the single pilot left in the cockpit flew the airplane and landed it. I don't think the passengers even knew what was going on in that case. In this one, it seems so strange that they're at least in the cockpit, you don't hear the pilot that's left in there talking back to the one that's on the other side of the door, which tends to indicate one or two things. Either he became incapacitated for some reason, I don't know his age, I don't know his medical, or he had decided that this was a good time for suicide. So those are two of the more likely. The third possibility was he became incapacitated as well due to rapid decompression. That they'll be able to tell because there's a noise in the cockpit voice recorder that will certainly indicate that that occurred. And if it did occur, then both of the pilots are going to be without oxygen within roughly 20 seconds, depending again on how bad the decompression is.
All right, let me just clarify one thing. I just want to
Sure.
make sure of this. If you're on the other side of that door, there is no way to get back inside the cockpit unless the other pilot allows you back in.
That is correct, because there could be a terrorist with a knife to your throat, and they do not want the pilot on the other side or the pilot with a knife to his throat to be able to override the door.
All right. Well, obviously, this report does make you wonder now about what was going on exactly in those final few minutes for that flight. And I guess the days ahead will help us tell that story. Gordon DuPont, thanks very much for joining us once again tonight.
You're welcome.